Hey everyone, welcome to PARDAAH. This is me Anai Komagan, and today we are going to see about Dhanush KARNAN, a Tamil film which released at the theatres on 9th April 2021, a month back. So we are going to see about the film. So Dhanush KARNAN. So many people might wonder why I am saying it as Dhanush KARNAN and why I am adding the lead actor's name with the title. See, the film's name is Karnan. Let's be clear about that. And Dhanush KARNAN, the reason why I am saying is there was a film called Karnan which released in, I think, I'm not sure the timeline, but it was starring Sivaji Ganesan in Tamil. So not to confuse with that, and as well as not to, disregard that film and have a purpose for this film. Dhanush KARNAN is actually a very, very serious film. It's a very important film in the current scenario, and it definitely has the layers of Dalit politics and the underlining way why people are oppressed in deep interiors of India, and why oppression is the biggest evil we have in our country and all parts of our world. So the film is all about that, and how a revolution happens, and how the angst and plight of a community when they are oppressed for years after years. So it's a film about that, and it's about their way to get back things together. They have nothing to lose, they have nothing to gain, they have only one thing: they want to develop. And the film is all about that, a serious issue which is still there in our country, which is deep rooted in our country, which has to get ridden in our country. So Dhanush KARNAN by director Selvaraj talks about that in a very, very serious way, and definitely it's a commercial film. Coming to talk about the cast of the film, cast comprising of Dhanush as Karnan, and it has Lal, who plays the Tata of the village, and it has Yogi, Babu, Lakshmi, Priyaa, Chandramouli, Rajisha, Vijayan. She is making her Tamil debut with this film, and there are other actors like Gouri.G.Kishan. She has acted in 96 and Master, and there are other actors who have acted as village men, village women, and the makers have really worked hard to get the authenticity of the villages with the characters. You cannot see an actor in the film, you have to just see the characters, and you have to connect with them to know how they feel about each other and the current scenario which they are facing. So 100%, I mean 100 marks to the casting of the film, and all the cast have acted really well. It's not something someone has a short role, someone has long role. No, everyone has given their 100%. So top-notch work by the cast of the film, being in the lead cast, supporting cast. So great work. So coming to talk about the crew of the film, the cinematography by Theni Eswar is splendid actually, and brilliant cinematography by him, and editing again has been done really well. Like, there are no extra scenes, there are no extra shots which are not needed for the film. Each and every shot has some kind of a metaphor, and they have used that metaphor to really capture the audience attention more than the way of storytelling. I think the storytelling has been awesome. That's why these metaphors have been really captured well. Talking about the music of the film, music by Santhosh Narayanan has been just perfect, and one cannot say that he has composed or it's just he has just weaved his magic all over the place for this film. Be it that Kanda Vara Sollunga song, that song is just amazing. It's an intro song, and there's Uttradingi Eppo, that song is amazing. It's a beautiful piece of music. Then there's Tatta Tatta sung by Dhanush, and there's a song sung by veteran music director Deva. That song is also amazing. So you need to listen to all these songs, and you have to just get immersed in such a soundtrack. And if you listen it without watching the film, you will understand the intensity of the film. So great work by Santhosh Narayanan as well. So as I said, top-notch work by the production team, production designers. The production value of the team doesn't make you feel that you are watching a film. It's like more like you are visiting a village. It's like you're just visiting the village for a particular time. They have really worked on the authenticity, nativity. So it's tough to match that, and in these current scenario of filmmaking, I think this film will set out as an example how to set scenes and how to have a proper pre-production before going to production. I think the director Mari Selvaraj might have taken a lot of time to arrange things, research things, keep the detailing, and I think after he went into production, it was just executing, and that was done really well. Then finally talking about director Mari Selvaraj. So Mari Selvaraj has directed a film called Perumal way back in 2018, and that was a great film. It has made people watch Tamil cinema more, and it's a film which is still remembered, which is still revered, and people love to watch it again and again. But that's a class treatment. The story was again a very, very different story about oppression itself, but it was a class treatment, and this film is a mass treatment. So you need to cater the audience for the film accordingly. So that film was more for the class audience, but still that film did really well at all the centers, even in the mass centers, on OTT platforms and everywhere. But this film is more like you have the issue and you have to take up the issue and how you address it, and you need a potential big star like Dhanush, and Dhanush is someone who tries to balance the class plus mass, and he knows how to value a director. He doesn't put his vision into mind, or he doesn't try to get in place or try to say to the director, do that, do this. No, he's a director's delight, and he has worked really well, and it's his usual way of working to set out to the director's vision more than his own way of appearing to the character. So kudos to Dhanush and Mari Selvaraj's combo. The stunt choreography of the film was top notch. Like, there were a lot of these stunt scenes which were looking amazing and realistic at the same time. You had a lot of these hardcore actions with Dhanush and the policemen, so you had to make it look realistic, and the stunt directors have done some amazing job with the stunt choreography. So the film had a lot of these goosebumps, and there were a lot of scenes which induced goosebumps and which kept you on nerves as well. So watch out for the action scenes. So on the whole, if you ask me, Karnan is a very, very important film, as I told at the starting of the review. So this film sets out as an example in Dalit history, and it has to be recorded, and the voice has to be heard. The oppressed voice has to be heard, because for generations, people who are oppressed, they need to know, and they need to address to the people who don't know their struggle, who don't know their plight, who know nothing about it, and just keep talking about it. So people who are oppressed, people who have been discriminated, they only know what they have gone through. So the times have changed, but the ways of getting discriminated, the ways of getting oppressed is developing, and we are succumbing to it. So we need to get over the evil called oppression, and I see this film as an indicator to come and to do such films where the oppression is addressed. And at the same time, we have to thank directors like Paranjit and Nagaraj Manjule. They had the courage to present such land of the beautiful stories, and they had this courage to tell the stories of the land. And one has to really thank Paranjit for putting his vision as forth. And thank you so much for watching this review, and I hope you loved watching Karnan. If you haven't watched, just go and watch Karnan on Amazon Prime Video right now. And if you're planning to watch other movies as well, go and watch. Have a great time. Bye.